Hi, and welcome to Camille's Country Corner. I am Camille, and on today's episode, we will be making some chicken gnocchi. It is a copycat recipe of Olive Garden and equally as delicious. All right, I'll show you what you need for this recipe. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Definitely hit that like button. All right, let's go ahead and get started. For this recipe, you will need about a couple of cups of cooked chicken, or rotisserie if you would like. I'm using chicken thighs and chicken legs here. You need some spinach. I'm using some store-bought gnocchi today. That's because I'm a little pressed for time, but I want to have something delicious and wholesome. We're going to use about half of that onion. We need some carrot, some celery, thyme, half and half, and some garlic. And we will need 4 cups of chicken broth, which I have on the stove already from making the chicken earlier. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our celery. We only need 1 stalk of celery. We're just going to go ahead and dice this up. I am going to use a little bit of garlic, just a couple of cloves here. These are pretty small, so I'm going to use about 4 small cloves, which equals about 1 big one. And if anyone out there has never had chicken gnocchi soup, it is a potato pasta, or potato dumpling, I should say. And it's just fantastic in this soup. But you can make gnocchi dishes a number of different ways. This is just one of the best ways. All right, I'm just going to use half of this onion. Okay, and then we just need a half of a cup of grated carrot. Okay, that's about a half a cup. Let's get everything going on the stove. All right, to my pan, I have already added about a tablespoon of olive oil. Let's go ahead and add our celery, our garlic, and our onion. We're just going to cook this a little bit. On this back burner, I do have heating up our 4 cups of chicken broth. Bring that back up to temp. All right, we just want to cook these down a little bit till they're translucent. All right, now that our onions have cooked down a bit, I'm going to go ahead and slide this pan over. I have about 4 cups of chicken broth in this pan already. And this is just from the chicken that I made earlier when I boiled the chicken for this dish. All right, let's go ahead and bring this up to temperature. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and add our teaspoon of thyme. That maybe a little bit more, but that's okay. And because this is my own chicken broth, I am going to add a little bit of a chicken bouillon because I didn't add any salt to this. So I'm going to probably add about a tablespoon of bouillon. And it's just any bouillon that you want to use. You can use low sodium if you want to control the salt in yours. All right, we're going to cook our broth for a little bit, and then I'll bring you back and show you everything that we're adding. All right, since we are now up to a boil, I am going to add my 2 cups of chicken back to our pot. And I am going to add our 1 cup, I'm actually adding probably about 2 cups of spinach here, chopped, because it does cook down. And I have my 1/2 cup of grated carrots. So we're going to add all of that to our pot. And then I have one 16-ounce container of gnocchi. Like I said, you can definitely make your own. And I am going to add that to our pot as well. And we're going to go ahead and let this cook for a few minutes. You want the gnocchis to start to float, and then you know it's done. But at that point is when we will add our cream. So let's go ahead and cook our gnocchis till they're done. And it doesn't take very long for that. All right, our gnocchis are floating now. So we are going to add our 2 cups of 1/2 and 1/2. All right, we're going to cook that, and we're going to let that come back up to temperature, which will only take a minute because this is pretty much cooked. Let me add our pepper. Let me get a spoon so I can test it for the salt. See if it needs any more salt. And it does. A little bit more. That is perfect. All right, we're going to cook that down a little bit more. All right, friends, now that this has come back up to temperature, we're just going to let this cook for about 5 more minutes. And then I'm going to go ahead and plate it up for us and show you what it looks like when it's presented. All right, guys, our chicken gnocchi is done. And so how about we sample some? This was a quick and easy put together soup that I did during the week. It's been a long day, and I like to sit down with some comfort of soup that is healthy for you because you know what went into it. All right, doesn't that look delicious and hearty? Hot. Soups just make you want to curl up and watch a good movie. Here's the gnocchi. It is store-bought, but it is delicious. That is the Kroger one that I got there. It's fantastic. It's just, well, not quite as good as if I made it myself, but it's fantastic. All right, guys, I hope you try this. And if you do, let me know how yours turned out. I'm going to go ahead and eat mine with a nice piece of crusty sourdough. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit that like button. And I'm sure glad you stopped by here today. Have a good one, guys.